to the stage. Thank you, Jan.
Hello everybody, are you good? I'll go home now. Are you good? I'm supposed to be a motivational speaker. Are you good, man? Thank you, I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm an excellent inspirational speaker, as you can just have seen in my video. So, I get a bit softer now. Is that good? Yeah? The air's not the best in here, so I go soft as well. Like the air. I touched down a bit. Now, I shall tell you something about the organization, the restructuring we're going through the next couple of months, what we're going to do with myadvertisingpays, how we want to live it, and how we want to be treated, how myadvertisingpays want to be treated outside, how we go on to the prospects and helping them to understand what myadvertisingpays is. So, going backwards, some of you may know that the 4 Germans, that we have been out to Biloxi to visit Mike. As we learned from the taxi driver, it's not Biloxi, it's Biloxi. Biloxi. So there's something, I don't know, there's something in the mouth, Biloxi. So that's how they call it. Very, very, they're very calm there. You know, Mississippi is just relaxed. And we liked it. We came out of the airport and put ourselves in a cab, and he was driving all the way along, about 10 miles behind the tractor. And there was no any car. Not even traffic, the opposite way. We were chatting to each other, and after a couple of minutes we said, well, actually, he can pass by. There's a lot of space. But you know what? The taxi drivers in Mississippi are just relaxed. Oh, good. So, we have been to Mike and had a bit of time with him together on his boat. And we had a hell of a lot of questions about myadvertisingpays, about the future. And as a life coach, from the personal development side and the soul side, I was really keen to know, why did Mike actually found myadvertisingpays? I mean, most of you just know about that he has been a profi blogger before that he was watching the systems in the internet, and I think it's just an evolutionary time, evolutionary thing that it's time that the internet is breaking up for the crowd, and not just for Google and Yahoo and Facebook and so on. And I asked Mike on the boat, Mike, why did you set up myadvertisingpays? And he said, because I want the normal oak, his words, the simple man making money online without any experience. Wow. I said, well, listen, Mike, this is nice, it's very kind of you, but you put in 1 year or a hell of a lot of money in to develop a system just for having the crowd, the simple man, making money online. Well, what is the deeper reason for it? So and he said, you know what? I want to have these guys, the normal oak, being able paying his utility bills. I rather take like a guy who starts with less packs, stops somewhere in the middle and pays his bills, and has a better life with his family, with $500 a month, a bit more leisure time for the family, than having an investor coming with $60,000 in, with a deep pocket, and giving a shit what myadvertisingpays actually stands for. This was a good answer, I guess. I like that. I don't know if you like it. But again, I asked him, hey, okay, Mike, this is, again, very kind of you, but why all this effort? He said, you know what, Alex? I've been there. I couldn't pay my bills. And I saw all these years how easy it is to make money online. And I saw all the mistakes and the failures from the other systems. who plunge down and get close and so on. And I saw the mistakes and I analyzed them because I was watching, I was blogging about it for years. So I just decided I do it myself. The time is right. And that's why. So I asked him as well, we had it just in Munich when Simon was with us, that we discussed about we need to live values. Every company has some values it stands for, right? And I asked Mike, what values, what are the core values for myadvertisingpays in your opinion, out of your heart? And he said, I can tell you right away. Humanity, loyalty, and integrity. I'm a human being, I'm a kind of a guy, just a buddy, you can drink a beer, yeah, I'm not the fancy guy. I don't need pretty much money for being happy. I wanted to do something for the people outside. You know, humanity. From his bottom of his heart, he wanted to do something for the crowd because he saw how easy it is and the time is right. So he decided, I set something up for the people there. Wow. And then loyalty. He said, listen, I was a fighter jet pilot. And if you're not loyal to your guys, if you can't trust your guys out there in the air, you're lost. Okay? You can rely on me 100%. So can myadvertisingpays. So can you outside. I never ever will disappoint the guys outside. And that's the main reason. Because of this, all these values, he lives. He lives as buddy, as a man. You can feel it. Even in the video you've seen this morning, you saw it. It's a vibration, isn't it? So that's the main reason why he set it up and why it's easy to understand now in this combination why it turns out why he gives us back 95% of the profit share. Because it's not making much money for him. That's not the main reason, okay? I mean, he makes pretty much money, but it's fine. Out of 5%, woo! But I'm so excited about it, you know, because I think, hey, wow, this is not even a story. This is the truth, babes. That's the bloody truth. You can go outside and tell your prospects, your buddies, hey, you know what? This is the most human company I've ever seen. Get out and get your guys off stress. Off the risk to get a burnout. Having pressure from 9 to 5. Waiting from Monday till Friday for the Saturday. Okay? So this is really the good thing. So, as life coach, I always wanted to have, I was supposed to start an academy by my own for life coaching stuff. But as time goes, as God leads the people, you know, he came across with me and put me to Mike and so on and so forth. So I asked him, so how important is it for you to train the people, to train the mappers, to help them to grow? Not just in mapping, putting advertisements in, making money with it, yeah, not just clicking, doing some more stuff, there's plenty of stuff in it, and opportunities, but also helping them to grow personally. What do you do with all the money? Well, we have heard this morning, this will be a multi-billion company, you know, and it will be. So it could be that some of you will be millionaires as well. Hopefully. No, you will. But, what's about your personality? Will your personality also be a millionaire? Or you're still stuck as an employee and have no clue how to treat yourself with all this bloody money on your account? You got a problem, guys and girls. You got a problem. That's the reason why 95% of a lot of millionaires are broke after 3 years. They can't handle it. Because the consciousness didn't grow. You need to grow. Do you understand that? Makes sense? Yeah? Do you want to grow to become a millionaire internally? Getting over your paradigms, over your conditions, how you brought up? Like this piece of paper? That's you! You're like a tiny ball! Piece of paper! We need to unfold you first while your money account is growing because you're clicking. Which is nice. I like it. Okay? But I know exactly that's not everything. So that's why we're going to set up an academy, worldwide, Map Academy. Okay? We're just counting it. Worldwide. That's why we need to structurize the world outside. Mike is in charge for the inside. The system's running properly, the servers are running properly, okay? Tony and Lynn, they work. I see it like a big cruise ship. This ship is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Large ship, yeah? So, and Mike is the captain. Okay? Tony announces over the loudspeakers, hello again. In 50 minutes we're heading to Budapest. Whatever, okay? And Lynn sorts this out that the engine is running properly with the support, the admin. Okay? So these three guys plus the whole support members are in charge for the system that's running. So, but we obviously need some guys on deck. Okay? Make sense? So we need the organization. If you, let's stick with this metaphor. If you want to lay down on a deck chair with your pina colada as millionaire or billionaire, you know, whatever. So, enjoying the sun in the Caribbean Sea, you don't want to have too much rubbish next to you. You don't want to have a dog poo next to you stinking. You don't want to have this, isn't it? Guys, this rubbish and this doggy poo are the bullshitters outside talking shit about my advertising pays. Agree? So some of them, we just get back to them, give him a second chance and say, listen buddy, we have some rules, like a policy, you know, some guidelines, rather behave, come back into our corridor. It's like kids growing up, you know, you give the rules to your kids. They are borders, okay? And you love them. And you give them a chance to get back in. But if they won't, as Ryan always says, success is voluntary. You can, but you don't have to. Okay? That's all this what we are going to do and what we are all about. Tony will tell a bit more about the future of My Advertising Pays. So obviously, as the countries coming up now, yeah, we're talking worldwide. As the countries are coming up, so we will find the right leaders, the right personalities, yeah, to set up a national leaders board, each country, to put underneath regional teams. That's what we've done in Germany. That's why we're so far ahead. We set up regional teams with regional leaders, official members of My Advertising Pays, yeah, being the first contact, yeah, standing outside. And we all represent My Advertising Pays when we're outside and talk to somebody, obviously. But if you do a proper regional meeting, which is with the same presentation, it will be one presentation for the whole world. One standard, good quality presentation for the whole world. And it will come soon, July. So we're working our butt off, literally, really. We are just really working very hard to get all these things set up in the back, yeah, before we announce it, okay? Okay? Are you happy with it? Yeah? It will be good. It's just we're not becoming, we started with clicking, we became mappers,